74 miles a gallon, not too bad. That's actually the best that I've gotten so far. I've been checking it pretty much every time I get gas, and I've been averaging like 68. I got like 64, 62, but it was, you know, in the break-in period. And then I put this windshield on, and since then I've actually gotten a little bit better fuel mileage. This is the first ride on the KLX 300 with the GoPro mount. I just wanted to do a quick test run to kind of get a feel for how the audio is working while I'm riding. Oh yeah, that's the plan. We're just gonna go for a little cruise today. I have a couple spots in mind I'd like to go check out. I figured what better day to test out the motovlog setup than a day like this, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, so here's the story, everybody. I just recorded this bit, but apparently I didn't record it, so anyways, I'll record it again. I have this KLX. It's a 2023 KLX 300. I've had this bike for about 4 weeks now. I love the bike. I love it. No regrets in purchasing it, but originally I wasn't gonna purchase this bike. I was looking to get a CRF 300L. And heck, I would have even taken the 300 Rally. I called every dealer known to man, and nobody had one. Nobody knew when they were gonna get one. And you know, maybe July, maybe, but it was like there were 3 people ahead of me that wanted it, so you know, they'd go through the list and I was at the bottom. So basically it became clear pretty quick I wasn't gonna get CRF this riding season, so I went ahead and looked into the KLX. So the further I looked into the KLX and kind of got past that brand bias of wanting a CRF, wanting a Honda, I was like, you know, this is actually a sweet bike. I like the way it looks, especially the gray camo. I actually like the look of it better than the CRF. And not that you buy a bike solely on looks, but man, you want to think it's pretty when you first start riding it. You got to at least think it's pretty. So yeah, I like the look of it. And then I looked into it and I figured, you know, it was kind of tit for tat. It was like the CRF was a great bike, the KLX was a great bike. They both had their strengths and their weaknesses. One of the strengths in the KLX compared to the CRF was the suspension, which on a dirt bike style bike, that was pretty important to me. So altogether, I'm happy with my decision. You know, I've been wanting to do a motovlog type of thing for a while, or some type of vlog situation, and motovlog seems like a really good bet because it gets me out there riding, doing things, and I can kind of go on rants, which I'm good at. Here we are, my first motovlog on the brand new KLX 300. Ultimately, I want to do a longer, I don't know about longer, but like a very well put together review, maybe at 1,000 miles. Right now I'm at like 850 some miles, around 1,000, maybe 1,500, maybe 2, I don't know, somewhere, some mile marker. I'm gonna do a review about the things I love about it and the things I maybe don't love so much. But altogether, I've been doing a lot of riding on it. A lot of the riding has been commuting. I take it to work every day. Then others has been dirt riding. I'm not super experienced in, you know, I grew up riding dirt bikes to a degree. Like I had a 90cc was my first bike, taught me how to use the clutch and everything, but then I haven't had a dirt bike since then. So like I've ridden friends and this that, and the other, but I'm not like an experienced dirt rider by any stretch of any imagination. But anyway, I've been taking this thing off-road. I've ridden it down a couple of trails. I broke the turn signal off and I bent my clutch lever. So yes, I've been taking it off-road. I just took it on a little adventure this last weekend, actually. And I took it up to the Allegheny National Forest and went camping with it, and I took it down a couple of trails, a couple of dirt roads, and had a really good time. I will say that my favorite part was the dirt roads. The trails were pretty freaking rough, and but you know, I did it and the bike's capable. So I'm gonna get some footage of riding like that with this thing. But you know, I don't want to rant too much. I could talk for hours, but basically, you know, I'm gonna do a review showing, you know, all of the things on-road, off-road, and you know what my thoughts are of the bike. And if you're interested in content on whether it be moto vlogging specifically or just camping and adventuring, my goal is to do a little bit of both on this channel. You know, I'll definitely do the moto vlog situation, but I'll also do You know, maybe some bushcraft, maybe some moto camping, maybe some backpacking, maybe a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's my goal, at least. I don't know where anything's gonna go. I know I'm gonna do the moto vlog. I always got big plans, big plans. Look at this out here, guys. The KLX out here on a nice sunny 78-degree May day. Doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't, man. In a future video, I'm gonna talk about all the mods that I have on this bike, which right now is like none, and all the mods I'm gonna do on this bike. Right now, I had this cheap windshield from Amazon. It was like 57 bucks, and I've laid the bike down 3 times with it on, and it'll move, but then you just move it back. So I really like the windshield. It keeps a lot of the bugs and a lot of the wind off my chest, and for commuting, it's nice. And if I wanted to do some heavy off-roading, I could easily pop it off and then, you know, go do my shit and then put it back on. And then other than that, one of the very first things I bought for this bike were those pegs. Another cheap Amazon thing for like 30 bucks or something. But the first thing I noticed when I rode this bike was how tiny those pegs felt, how tiny those footrests. I felt like I was half on, half off all the time. When I put these on, I was like, wow, what a difference. Especially standing up, it's like I got a platform to stand on now. That's way nicer. If you're gonna do one mod to this bike out the gate, I'd say get the pegs. You know, it's such a huge difference for like a couple dollars, basically. How nice is this ride, though? I used to ride down this road with my Sportster. This road was rough on that suspension and rough on my ass. Whereas on the KLX, I can rip down this thing and hit every pothole and feel great. This park's so nice during the week because like no one's here. On the weekends, it can be pretty crowded though. Spring has sprung. I mean, summer's almost here. It's so nice. I feel like it was just yesterday I was freezing riding into work and like 30-degree weather. Now I'm out here in a t-shirt. The sun is shining. Everything's green and alive. It's so nice. It's my like favorite time of year. Right next to fall. Spring and fall, they're just the best. A little logging operation here. Feels like farming sim. So nice out here. Kill the bike, take a look. There she blows. The clutch lever, I bent it in and I tried to bend it back out, broke it off. I broke the turn signal off. Actually here, riding up there, it served me right because I wasn't really allowed to be riding there, so it was karma. And I did a couple of gnarly scratches on the plastics, which is what it is, bound to happen eventually. Oh, and I broke the end off of my grip. So, and the actual throttle tube, the end broke off, which I got some bark busters for it, so I needed to cut that off anyway, so I guess the crash did it for me. But yeah. Give you guys a little peek at the waterfall. This is one of my favorite spots, and it's only like 20 minutes from me. KLX up there. There she blows. That's the waterfall. It's called Breakneck Falls, and it's called that because you'll break your damn neck if you fall. Don't fall. Do a little off-road and it looks like it's hard packed, but a lot of it's like slimy mud on top of old pavement. A little bit slick. I wish I would have recorded some of the trails I was riding down over the weekend. Some gnarly stuff. I'll have to go back there for sure. Back to the farmland. I can't go ripping through here because this is the park. This is the main park. But there's a really nice road I just want to drive down real quick before heading back home. Yeah, so I know I ranted a lot about a lot of everything on this video. I think in the future the videos will probably become a little bit more refined. I might write a script for them. With this one, I kind of just threw my helmet on and rode and kind of just went off the top of my head, which is dangerous because as you can see right now, I get into ranting. I guess I'm looking at this like an introduction video, but my goal is to do moto vlogs, do some moto camping, and then we'll just see where it goes from there. Right now, this is my obsession, the KLX 300, and that is going to be the heart and soul of this channel for sure. Nice covered bridge. The old mill. This is the road. This road's so pretty. But yeah, back to where I was. I just wanted to do an introduction so I get that out of the way. The first awkward video, bad quality is out of the way. Now it's only up from here, right? So that's the goal. I'm gonna try to post at least one moto vlog a week. I think that's doable because I ride this thing every day. The next video, I'm gonna definitely highlight the off-road capabilities of this bike a little bit more. Now granted, I'm the limiting factor when riding this bike off-road. This bike is not the thing that's going to hold me back. It's my ability, but I'm going to take it off-road. We'll go cruising on it. It'll be fun. This is the bike that can really do everything. But anyway, more of that in a future review video. Maybe. There you go, I'm going 75, cruising around 7,500 RPMs. And you also saw a little 0 to 60 there, so cool. Starts to get a little wobbly around 80. And honestly, I never really want to go that fast on a bike anymore, so Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Thank you if you stuck in until this point. I know it was probably hard to do. This was originally just gonna be a test run of the microphone and the camera angle, but what better way to do a test run than to just go ahead and do the first motovlog. So that's what we did. This is motovlog number 1. And there's gonna be a ton more where that came from. So if you liked what you saw, please give me a thumbs up. Click the subscription button and the notification button, then you'll know whenever I am going to release my next video, which there will be more. And speaking of that, if there's any suggestions of things you would like to see, if you'd like to see this bike do anything specifically, or just video ideas for the future, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. I would love to read your comments and suggestions, and I'll definitely, you know, do them. So leave it in the comments below. Again, subscribe, notification, all that. Thank you so much. We will see you next time. Getting away from a Harley rider. That's how you know it's legit.